how money works. Something that we do not get taught in school. And you know why? Because they want to keep us dumb. They want to keep us uneducated about our finances so that we keep relying on the banks to keep getting loans out or to go into credit card debt because it makes them money. It makes them, it makes the banks richer. And I think one of the most important things that we can do, this is a bit of a rant to start with, but is that we need to look into financial education for ourselves, because if we do not know how to look after money, if we do not know how the system works, which this book tells you about the system, if you do not know, then you'll stay money dumb forever, and they will keep pumping out this nonsense of why you need to rely on someone else for you to gain something. And I'd say that financial education is just one of those things where it's one of those boring topics, I'll be honest, that we don't want to do because we think we won't understand it. But if we don't understand it, then it means that we are not putting ourselves out there to be able to educate ourselves and to move forward and progress in life if we stay with the same knowledge that we did when we left school. And if we do not do financial education, which is what this book is about, then you'll be in the system. And until you understand money, it's just one of those things that if you don't do it, you're just hurting yourself. So that brings me on to the topic of how money works. The Facts Visually Explained. This is probably one of the best money books out there. It's totally different from like, how to save your money and live on budget beans for the rest of your life. This one actually explains how the system is corrupt, how it works. It shows you how the tax system works, where the money goes. It shows you bearing in mind this was written, I believe, in 2016, or at least printed, this version was in 2016. I can't remember where I've seen it to, but it covers the topic of Bitcoin, it covers the topic of cryptocurrencies. It's so up to date, and it actually seen, like, when you get, I don't know, it's like 200 pages in, it actually says about if there's like a situation like we've just had in 2020 with the pandemic. It explains how the money system works, how they would press the print button on the money, the banking, the Federal Reserve in America. But this is actually a UK version. This is the UK version, so it talks about British pounds and dollars. So if you're in America, I'd still recommend getting it because you'll still learn a lot, just like we do with, books that are written in America and it explains dollars rather than pounds. But yeah, 1000% go out and get this. It's a DK book, so it doesn't actually say who the author is, but it's basically, it's so simple to follow. It's got so many pictures to help you understand, and it points them out into which order you should read it. It gives so much information, like that. Look at that for a drawing. It's like, this is how the money goes in. It feeds through this pipe and it feeds through that, and it's labelled. Everything's labelled, and it's so easy to follow that literally anyone can learn financial education if they picked up this book. So 1000% go do it. It just talks about interest rates, government spending, how governments provide for the future, inflation, which a lot of people don't understand, balance of payments, international currency fluctuations, managing state pensions, how governments fell, and hyperinflation, which I think we are about to see at this moment this year. I have posted this in 2022, so yeah, if you're watching in the future from the point that I posted, then obviously, things might have changed. But yeah. And it covers personal finance as well. So it helps you through understanding how you can avoid debt, how we should value good debt rather than bad debt, not to get into deep debt that's like car loans and things that we can't afford. And it talks about all of that in this book, so make sure that you go and get it. It says on the back, take a front row seat on the trading floor and find out how money makes the world go round. Where does money come from? What's the difference between wealth and income? How do governments control cash? Where is debt? When is debt a good thing? How Money Works explains everything you need to know about the modern financial system using bold, clear graphics and accessible jargon-free text. And I couldn't agree more. It's so easy to follow. Yeah. Go pick it up. 1000%. That's all I have to say on it, really. I don't need to say anymore. If you want to learn about financial education, that is the book you need. And then you can go in more depth to say, if you want to look into investing, then you'd be more interested to find out more about investing because you read about it in this book. So then you could go out and get a book on Warren Buffett. Do you know what I mean? So it's leading you on to something good. I think if you have one good idea or one thought that's extracted from a book that you read, then it's been a worthwhile book. And this one is just full of them. So make sure that you go get it. Out of 5, 5 out of 5. A solid 5 out of 5. Just because it's so easy and so simple to follow. Literally, I think it might have been like one of those books. It's like one of those ones that you see in school. It's like a textbook, but you'll get through it so simply because the writing, you literally have a strip of writing there, a massive picture, a few captions, and a strip of writing. So it's really quick to get through. It's probably one of the most helpful things that you could probably get your kids, I'd say, to learn about finances and understanding money and how it works. Yeah, I guess that's the summary of it, really. It just explains everything in there. So make sure that you go and get it. Yeah, so I think I've already tried to explain it all, is that if we do not step outside the zone of, if we don't want to, right, how do I explain this without sounding, okay, so if we are reluctant to learning about how to control our money, then the money will then control us because we do not understand the system of how it works and to where to put it, which is going to benefit us rather than benefiting the bank. Or, it's like it talks a lot about like how people fall into the trap of these payday loans, and they pay like an extortionate percent. It said in here a percentage. It gives lots of percentages. There's just so much information in here. I couldn't recommend this book enough. But I think it's something like 1,500% on a payday loan that people have to pay back if they get one out. And it's like, how do people not know this when they go into the store and go, yeah, I'd love a payday loan, me? It's like, honestly, if you do not do the research, you're going to get so deep into a disaster that you wish you would have picked up this book. It says on the back $14.99, but I think I picked it up for about £6 in the Works in the UK. That's just a store that does lots of books and notebooks and stationery and that sort of thing if you're in America. But go to the Works, and if you can find it, go grab it. If not, it is online. There's some on eBay, there's some on Amazon. Make sure that you go pick it up. Look for that cover. There is a slight variation in cover. It's the same green, the same text, but it is a pig. It's a green pig. It's a piggy bank type pig, not an actual pig, because that would be no relation whatsoever. But it still says How Money Works. So yeah, DK. That's what it says. Go check it out. Go read it. Yeah, I don't think there was anything I really disliked about it. What else do you need to know? I think that's it so far. I've got so many more books to review. As you can see, the pile is getting bigger, and I'll be honest, 2 more arrived today. I don't even care. I love books, and especially ones that are going to help you think in a different way and understanding something that you didn't before. So yeah, go check it out. I will speak to you soon with more book reviews. I think the next one that I'll be doing, actually, as it's here, I might as well do that one. So, Out of the Maze. I'll go do that one. So look out for that one next. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Cheers.